Welcome. So, what if I told you that you could solve some seriously complex multiplication problems right in your head way, way faster than you ever thought possible? Well, today, we're going to unlock a powerful technique from Vedic maths that does exactly that.
Take a look at this. 529 times 114. I mean, that looks like a job for a calculator, right? Who does that in their head? Well, stick with me, because in just the next few minutes, you're going to learn a system that makes a problem like this surprisingly simple.
So, to build up to the really big stuff, we've got to have a solid foundation. We'll start with the classic trick for multiplying by 11. But, and this is key, we're going to learn it in a very specific, systematic way that's going to be crucial for everything that comes next. Okay, here's our first problem, 634 times 11. The setup is really simple. Our multiplier 11 has two digits, right? So we're going to add 1, 0 to each side of our number, just one. So 634 becomes 06340. And because we have a two-digit multiplier, our method is just to add digits in pairs.
All right, let's start building this answer from right to left. We start with the pair on the far right, 4 plus 0. Well, that's just 4. That's the last digit of our answer. Super easy. Okay, now we just slide over one spot to the left. Our new pair is 3 and 4. Add them up, 3 plus 4 is 7. That's our next digit. You can see how the answer is just kind of building itself.
And you just keep that same rhythm going all the way to the left. Next is 6 plus 3, which is 9. And finally, 0 plus 6, which is 6. And boom, there it is, 6,974. No complicated carrying, just simple pairs. All right, so that was the warm-up. Let's see how this thing builds. What happens when we're multiplying by a number like, say, 12 or 13 or maybe 18? Well, it's time to add one small new rule to our foundation. And what's really cool about this is that only one tiny thing changes. When we multiply by 11, all we did was add the neighbor. Now, for a number like 12, we're going to multiply our main digit by that last number, the 2 in this case, before we add its neighbor.
Let's put it into practice with 524 times 12. The setup is exactly the same. Two digits in our multiplier means 1 0 on each side, so we've got 0, 5, 2, 4, 0. Our key multiplier is, of course, 2. So for that very first step, we take our active digit, 4, multiply it by 2 to get 8, and then add its right neighbor, which is 0. So the first digit of our answer is 8.
And we just repeat that exact process, moving left. The next step would be, let's see, 2 times 2 plus its neighbor, 4, which gives us 8 again. Following that same rhythm all the way across gives us our final answer, 6,288. See? It's the same simple pattern, just with one extra little multiplication.
You're totally getting the hang of this. So, what do you think happens when we jump up to a three-digit multiplier, like 111? You might already be guessing the pattern. Let's expand our skills. So here's the crucial point. We can call it the rule of setup, and it's a super simple pattern. For a two-digit multiplier, we added 1 0 and worked in pairs. So for a three-digit multiplier like 111, we're going to add 2 zeros and work in groups of 3. See the pattern? It's always one less. Let's apply that. For 324 times 111, our setup becomes 0032400. Now we just sum the digits in groups of 3 from right to left. So we start with 4 plus 0, which is 4. The next group is 2 plus 4 plus 0, which is 6. It's the exact same logic, just with a bigger group. And when you follow that pattern all the way through, you get 35,964. The system is so consistent, it's scalable, and it just works. It's pretty amazing. Okay, you ready for this? This is where it all comes together. We've learned how to handle multipliers, like 12, and we've learned how to handle three-digit multipliers, like 111. Now we're going to combine both of those twists into one single, powerful, ultimate technique. Let's break down the problem 421 times 117 using our rules. Okay, it's a three-digit multiplier, so what does that mean? It means we add 2 zeros on each side and work in groups of 3. The last digit is 7, so our key multiplier is 7. See, we have all the pieces we need before we even start calculating. So here's our master method in action. The setup is 0042100. For each step, we take the active digit in our group of 3, multiply it by our key multiplier, 7, and then just add the other two digits. Let's do that first step. 1 times 7 plus 0 gives us 7.
Applying that same logic step by step all the way across the number, multiplying the first digit of the group by 7 and then adding the other 2, we arrive at the final answer, 49,257. This one technique can now handle a huge range of problems. It's fantastic. Now, let's go all the way back to the very beginning. Remember that problem I showed you? I bet it looks a lot less intimidating now, doesn't it? That's right, 529 times 114. You have everything you need to solve this right now. You know it's a 3-digit multiplier, so you'll add 2 zeros and work in groups of 3. And you know your key multiplier is 4. When you work it through, you'll find the answer is 60,306. You did it!
So, are you ready to try one on your own? Here's a new challenge for you. 873 times 116. Go ahead, use the rules we just covered. You know, the incredible thing about this method isn't just learning some party trick. It's about learning a whole system. Practice it, and you'll start to see numbers in a completely new way.